Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to build a simple roadmap to your financial security. We're using a guide from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, to break down the absolute essentials of saving and investing, and really help you get started on the right foot.
And that, right there, that's the core idea for today. Financial well-being isn't some secret code that only geniuses can crack. Not at all. It's really about having a clear plan and, honestly, the discipline to just stick with it. It's way more accessible than you probably think. So we've laid this whole thing out in 4 simple steps. First, we'll figure out where you stand financially right now. Then, we'll dive into how to put your money to work, what investments to choose, and finally, and this is super important, how to make sure you're protected along the way.
All right, step 1. Every successful journey, and I mean every journey, needs 2 things, a starting point and a destination. When we're talking about your money, that just means understanding what you have today and then deciding where you want to go tomorrow.
This quote is such a powerful reminder, right? Without a target, you're just drifting. And that's exactly why the very first step is to just sit down and clearly define your financial goals for the near future and for the long haul. And look, your goals are personal. They're yours. Maybe it's that down payment on a house, maybe it's funding an education, or maybe it's just building a safety net so that some unexpected medical bill doesn't turn into a total crisis. Whatever they are, write them down.
Okay, so to figure out your starting point, you need what's called a net worth statement. And don't worry, it's just a simple snapshot. On one side, you list everything you own. Those are your assets. On the other side, everything you owe, your liabilities. The difference between the two, that's your net worth.
But before you can really start accelerating towards your goals, you've got to clear the roadblocks. And the biggest, most common one out there is high-interest debt. Yeah, I'm talking about credit cards. It is almost impossible to get ahead when you're paying, 18, 20% or more in interest?
So here's the crucial point. This is the golden rule. Treat saving like it's a bill you absolutely have to pay. The easiest way to do this? Pay yourself first. Just set up automatic transfers from your paycheck directly into a savings or investment account. Seriously, you'll save money before you even have a chance to spend it.
So, once you have a handle on your situation and you're saving regularly, it's time to fuel the journey. Let's talk about the real engine of financial growth, putting that money to work for you.
You would be amazed at how tiny, consistent habits can lead to huge results over time. And it's all thanks to this incredibly powerful force in finance called compounding. Let me show you with a really simple example.
Let's say you just skip a daily $1 cup of coffee. Okay, that's a pretty basic saving of $365 in 1 year. Not life-changing on its own, I get it, but watch what happens next.
Now, if you invested that $365 every single year and it earned a hypothetical 5% return, after 30 years, that tiny daily habit would grow to over $1,500. That's the power of your money starting to work for you.
And this is the magic of compounding. Your money starts making its own money. See, you earn returns, and then you earn returns on those returns. It is the secret sauce for long-term wealth, and it's why the biggest cost of waiting to invest is all the growth you miss out on.
So this brings us to the 2 main tools you have in your toolbox. On one hand, you've got saving. That's for safety and short-term stuff, like your emergency fund. It's low risk. On the other hand, there's investing. That's for long-term growth, like retirement. It carries more risk for sure, but it also has the potential for much higher returns.
So you've decided you're ready to invest for those long-term goals. Awesome. Now you've got to choose the right vehicles to carry you on your financial journey.
Okay, the 2 most common options are stocks and bonds. With stocks, you literally become a part owner of a company, sharing in its potential profits and growth. With bonds, you're basically acting as a lender to a company or a government, and in return, they pay you interest.
Now, whether you choose stocks, bonds, or some mix of both, the single most important strategy to manage your risk is diversification. You've heard the old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. By spreading your money across different investments, a loss in one area is way less likely to sink your entire portfolio.
And a super simple way to do this is with mutual funds or ETFs. Think of them like a prepackaged shopping basket of investments. Instead of you having to go out and buy one stock at a time, you just buy one basket that holds hundreds or even thousands of them. You get instant diversification with a single purchase. It's brilliant.
Finally, and this is critically important, we need to cover the rules of the road. I mean, putting your money to work is fantastic, but you have to make sure your journey is a safe one. So, how do you protect yourself? Well, your single most powerful tool isn't some complex formula or a secret tip. It's the ability to just pause and ask the right questions before you invest.
Before you ever hand over a single dollar, just do a basic background check. Ask yourself, is the investment itself registered? Is the person selling it licensed? And have there been any complaints against them? Your state's securities regulator and the SEC's website, they are your best friends here.
And please keep an eye out for these classic red flags. If someone is promising guaranteed high returns with zero risk, or they're pressuring you to invest right now, that's your signal to walk away. Real investing just doesn't work like that.
Just remember, financial security is a journey. It's not a finish line. It's an ongoing process of planning, saving, and smart investing. The road might be long, but the most important step is always the first one. So, the only real question left is, where do you want your journey to take you?